Hey K-pop fans, how's it going? I'm your Hussein here today, and Red Velvet fans, how are y'all doing? Today, I want to talk about some recent controversial news surrounding Red Velvet's leader, Irene. If you don't know what's going on, let me explain to you in this video. What basically happened was that there's lots of stylists and staff members that worked with this girl group member, Irene, and they spoke up against her for her poor attitude and actions towards them. Not just one stylist and staff member, but you can say a lot of them. What happened was that there's talks about their bad experiences working with Red Velvet's leader, Irene, and there's been a lot of her attitude problems that they had to deal with. So that's something that was really been a hot topic recently, and it is disappointing to hear about, but at the same time it is very important to learn. As fans, as a big Red Velvet fan like me, I want to know what is going on. I just don't want to know just the best sides to someone. And this former stylist reminds us that there are always two sides to a person. There's always the front side that appears on camera, all beautiful and all perfect in every way. But at the same time, the backside, she has her own flaws and her own mistakes as well. So as you can see here, Irene's recent poor attitude controversy, multiple stylists and editors have come forward to accuse her of her rude behavior, while some other stylists refuted the claims with their own story and countered it, saying that's not what I view Irene. So there's both sides to it, right? It's just depending on your experience working with her. So that's what it is. It's important to know, and there's actually some videos of her that really just became a little bit more viral in the past. It just became more viral, and for example, one of them is her just her and her group members walking and sitting down into the arranged seats. So she's just walking, and it feels like she and the members have arranged to sit in their own seats. But then Irene just seems to take the middle spot right here. And with her taking the middle spot, it kind of confuses Yeti and Joy. As you can see, Yeti and Joy just looking at each other and just acting a little bit confused and just laughing like, hold on, I don't think this is what we discussed. And they had to solve kind of their own problems. They didn't tell Irene that, they probably told her after the event. But then you see here Wendy coming in, that's very important. And then Wendy's like, huh? What is going on? Like, aren't you supposed to be sitting there now? So it showed to us that Irene had her own plans of doing something, or maybe she, wasn't really attentive enough in listening to the members beforehand. So it was a minor problem, but they solved it easily like that. Like, okay, we'll just sit randomly over there and stuff. So that's one of the videos that we saw. And then another one we saw was that NCT, a young K-pop company from SM as well, Do-young, his description of Red Velvet's Irene resurfaces in her poor attitude controversy. And he basically says that what he thinks of, she owns this room. So that's what it is. She has no extra time to practice. So in the end, he even apologized to Irene, saying like, oh, sorry, this is what I feel about you and all. So this is this video is getting more popularity now, just because of what's happening with all these news surrounding her. And whether you believe it or not, it is true, because Irene actually released an apology letter to all of her staff members right here, and she admits to her actions. She wrote an apology letter right here, feeling sincerely apologize for hurting everyone, for her foolish attitude and words and actions, regretting and reflecting on the fact that I've hurt many people who've worked with me to this point, and because of my immature behavior, sincerely feel sorry for that. And so, as a Red Velvet fan and a big supporter of Irene and Red Velvet. I appreciate her doing this. It takes a lot for you to admit to your mistakes, and doing it publicly takes a lot of courage. I want to see her change, and that's how I'm going to gain more respect for her. If more articles like this happen in the future, then it would really change my image of how I think of her. This is obviously disappointing news to hear about. That's Irene in itself, right? There's just so many images of her that we could only see, and not every image, right? But you know what? As long as she changes and she corrects herself, I applaud her for that, and I'll continue to support Red Velvet and her. Let me know what you guys all think. Whether you support Irene, what she did, forgive her, or just criticize her and all. And let me know your comments. I'm very curious to hear about it. But personally, for me, I will continue to support her, as I believe she will change. Thank you very much for watching. See y'all next time.